Hey everybody, WinFi here today doing a review of this clone mod. It's a clone of a Victoria bamboo made by Tobiko. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce that, but they call it Ja. It says fabricated by Ja on the bottom switch here. I've had a couple months to use it, so excuse the slightly dirtiness of this. I've tried to clean it up a little bit for the video, but as you can see, it's a copper mod. It's a single 18650. It's ventilated for safety. You can see the 4 holes there, and they travel through. The parts are quite heavy, which could be a good or bad thing, but they are solid copper, which is kind of nice. Aside from the middle of the button there, I believe that's magnetic. So you've got your switch here. I've got it disassembled. A little serial number on the locking ring for the switch. The copper has patinaed a little bit. It was quite shiny when I first purchased it, and it can be shined if you like that sort of thing. So this is the battery cap right here with your standard threading for your typical RDA. Within here you have the outer ring, which adjusts by screwing in or out to make proper contact with your battery, and then the inner nub there comes and makes contact with the RDA. You also have an extra center section, I'm not sure the name of it, that comes in the box, which is a pretty nice little box. You know, you can see here. Open her up. Comes with everything you see here. At least the one I did came with all that. So on another part of the tail cap, you can see the venting holes drilled all the way through. The machining is not bad, but there are some, if I can get a zoom in on here, you could see some jagged edges that haven't been cleaned up, and they can catch on things and need to be cleaned up. Well, should be, doesn't have to be. The inside looks a little bit better. So you can see the threading for the lock ring, and this is the part that goes into the bottom of the tube. So go ahead and put them together real quick here. So get this reverse threaded. While I'm doing this, I can talk a little bit about the likes and dislikes of this particular mod. It's heavy, which makes it feel quite substantial, and some have called it manly, which can be a good thing, but in your pocket you definitely know it's there because of the weight compared to some of the other mods like aluminum, which feels like a featherweight compared to this. It does, I've used it up to a 0.3 ohm or down to 0.3 so far. We'll take it lower once I get my ohm meter to get the right builds in there. Doesn't seem to have any reason to think why it wouldn't be able to handle pretty low sub-ohm builds, but I'll try and make a follow-up on that. So there you go, cap is built. You want to go ahead and tighten this little nub on here as tight as you can, and there's the amount of play that you get, which is plenty. Tighten this part on here like so. You don't want it too tight, but you want it pretty snug. And this is your locking ring, reverse threaded to allow you to unlock it, and that's how you activate it. When you're done using it, just reverse or thread it back on, and now it's locked. So you put your battery in here. This is the Imron IMR battery. Pretty good quality. It's 3000 mAh, 40 amp supposedly. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but it's a really good performer either way. The top cap, again, you want to adjust it so when you screw it on here, as these two parts come together like so, right now it's just starting to feel snug. So I tighten it down the rest of the way, but not insanely tight. That gap is almost completely gone. And if you need to adjust that, say you have no gap, so it's not tightening on the battery, you can take that outer larger ring and loosen it up if it's a smaller battery in length, or you can tighten it up to change this protrusion here. Same thing with your RDA. You might have to adjust the center one to make sure that you have contact. Either adjust the nut inside here, or if you have an adjustable post on your RDA itself. But that's basically the mod in itself. We got a Velocity clone RDA here that I'll do a review as well, but it just threads right in there, and you should be feeling resistance right before it makes contact, which it's not, so I'm going to have to adjust this a little bit to get it to fire. And there you go, the Victoria Bamboo clone. Definitely good, recommends it, and thanks for watching.